Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early January 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely, fabulous Aries collective. I hope you're all doing well, my friends. Let's go, my guides. Talk to me. What we got for Aries to start the new year here? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. All right, let's get this first card out here. What's up with Aries, please, my guides? And I would like to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope you're healthy and prosperous and all that good stuff. Okay, so we do have a card here about one's energetic or emotional connections. This is an interesting type of card to lead off a reading. Now, it doesn't always have to be interpersonal, but you know, we'll peel back the layers on that in a moment. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the promo. Have a look at this card. Very striking imagery. So you see that man, you see that woman. It looks like she's coming out through a mirror. So, of course, this could talk about somebody that you're very close to. There might be some distance involved here. But to me, whenever I see this card, I do think of energetic and emotional connections. In my personal opinion, when we form bonds with people, it could even be objects and stuff like that. When we form attachments, there's an energetic give and take, sort of like a cord. So in this time, Spirit might be asking you to do some little reflecting, see what it is or who it is that you're attached to, the energy going back and forth. Maybe you're giving a lot of energy, or maybe you're even receiving it. This can be Spirit saying like, hey, there's a lot of stuff coming towards you energetically. You should shield yourself a little bit. But yeah, this could be a theme of the reading, but it doesn't have to be. Let's get into tarot. We'll put our friends down there and get into this. So let's shuffle it up, get you three in the upright. Real quick, before we get into the intuitive, juicy stuff, let's shuffle it up one time, my guides, for Aries. What do we got to start the new year? So, last week's reading was interesting, a different title than I normally use. It was titled, There's Unfinished Business. So for a portion of you, there may have been something looming over your head, or you just felt like something was a little incomplete. If that's the case, hopefully you got that sorted out, figured out. But we're going to see what we have for you this week, my friends. As you know, energy is always moving. It's very fluid. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your energy or someone else you're connected to. Let's get three out here. What do we got for Aries? And Spirit team, we're using a very cute little deck here, the Smith Tiny Tarot. I love it. They're so cute. They look like little pop figures. And there we go. In position number one, we have the Emperor himself, the card of Aries. So something about oneself or perception of the self. We'll talk about it, okay? I like the Emperor card, especially in an Aries reading. So we do have the Two of Swords here. This could be a little bit of mystery, some unknown action, unknown angles. Let's get one more. What do we got? One more for Aries, please. And deck is being specific now. You know I always like when that happens. All right, there we go. And there it is, the King of Cups, a.k.a. Kyle of Cups without a beard. Look at those big old eyes right there. I love this deck so much. It's adorable. So this is going to be an interesting one, Aries. Like, for some of you, you could be going through a very emotional time more than usual. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff. So position number one, the Emperor, like I said, that's the card for Aries. You know that if you watch tarot. And it is the aspect of the divine masculine. That's the divine counterpart to the Empress. And in my simplistic style, especially in an Aries reading, this could just be, when we clarify it, something that's coming towards you, or a way you might be feeling, you know, emotionally, especially with the King of Cups on the back end there. But I like the Emperor. It could be a big shot caller type of energy, taking control of your life, grabbing the bull by the horns. This is a really good energy. It's like all the kings combined into one. So the Emperor is nice. Now, the rough side of it, because I always like to say all cards are a double-edged sword, all have positive and negative. The Emperor can be someone who's a little too controlling or overbearing. It could represent older male figures, father figures, stuff like that. But let's keep moving forward, because right in the center we have the Two of Swords. Now, this card gets a bit of a bad rap in tarot. Sure, it could represent confusion, indecisiveness. With all twos in tarot, we're looking at partnerships, being at a fork in the road, tough decisions, stuff like that. But when I see this card, it is one of my big signifiers of mystery, of the unexpected, angles that you might not see at the moment. So when we clarify this, it could just be something that's coming towards you that you don't quite see just yet. But yeah, there could be somebody that's a little confused or indecisive here with this type of card. Doesn't have to sink the reading whatsoever. But as we press to the back end of the spread, we have our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself right here. So this is big water sign energy. This could represent a water sign you're connected to. Doesn't matter, male, female, anything in between. When I see kings in tarot, they represent control of their respective suit. Cups is emotion, energetic sensitivity. So we've been seeing that little theme since the beginning, that energetic sensitivity, energetic chords, stuff like that. So we could be looking at emotional things or attachments. When I see the King of Cups, though, it's an energy of love, right? Whether you loving somebody else, someone loving you. If not one controlling or trying to control their emotions, it's artistic, it's creative. This is a very positive energy. But as I always say, it all depends on what clarifies it, right? Because it could mean so many different things. And in its negative, yeah, it could be someone that throws a few back here and there, someone that parties a little bit. But let's dive deeper on all of it, Aries. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here. I really love this deck. I'm having a blast with it. Shuffle it up one time for Aries, please. My gods, talk to me. Yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. I'm going to start in on this Emperor. Let's see what's coming towards Aries. And also, if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. So if you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aries, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Emperor time. What is it here for Aries? Nice and quick, please. Why is the Emperor here? This deck is being very specific, and I do like that. Yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse. This is possible feelings of disgruntled. Some of you might feel like there's a disturbance in the force with the 10 of Cups in reverse. Beware of having issues with family members, members of the household. The 10 of Cups in reverse is somebody that is emotionally off, and especially with what I was seeing with the Oracle card, what I'm seeing with the King of Cups as well, this 10 of Cups in reverse. If you're not bumping heads with those that you live with or the household, it's just somebody that could be feeling a little disgruntled. A lot of you could be a little more aggressive than you normally are, or something's just not sitting right with you. There might be a situation or an issue you're going through where it's just not sitting right, okay? That's just the vibe I'm picking up here. I don't feel like it's anything treacherous. I don't. But yeah, this King of Cups, yeah, maybe there's something you're trying to attain, something you're trying to do, and you're having difficulties making that happen. So watch out for that energy as well. Like, all right, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen. Like, with the confusion next to it as well. So just watch out for that. You might be having a hard time planning things, seeing into the future. There could be a lot of unknowns. So let's move in on the Two of Swords. I'm not going to stick around to that energy too much. And if that's not you, there could be somebody that's feeling a little disgruntled, angry, mad towards you. So just know that. We'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the reading. So let's go in on that Two of Swords. You might have someone in their feelers there. So why is the Two of Swords here? Please. All right, that one popped out quick. Okay, yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse, and we've been getting this underlying emotion throughout this whole entire reading. Now we have the King and Queen of Cups showing up in this spread, but she is in reverse. Yeah, this is somebody absolutely opening up, even if you don't see it coming. For some of you, this could be somebody just like an emotional eruption, an emotional explosion or overflowing here. Because the Queen of Cups, to me, in the upright, this is somebody that feels things very strongly, but they keep it in. Under this Two of Swords, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, I get somebody just letting it spill, letting those emotions flow, letting it go, which I don't necessarily feel like that's a bad thing. If somebody's feeling some type of way, it's very important to get those things off one's chest, right? Not to let them sit, not to let them ruminate. So just beware, somebody might hit you up in the coming days and weeks and just like, let it all spill. The emotional explosion or eruption is absolutely possible here. Now, some of you might just be having issues with a mother figure with the Queen of Cups in reverse or a water sign, okay? But we're going to move over to that King of Cups, see what that's about. Maybe this will give us a happy ending to the story, right? because I've been getting this emotional feeling since the very first card, and now the clarifiers are like all cups in reverse. All right, stop messing with him, Kyle. Let's go in on that King of Cups, see what he's about. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is that King of Cups there? I think, yeah, quick now. Yeah, Seven of Cups. Yeah, everything will be fine, I think. There's a lot of paths that something could go. There's a lot of ways something could turn out, and I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing. Okay, it's all about choosing what's best, right? What's best for all involved, what's best for you, what's best for other individuals. The Seven of Cups to me is a very headspace type of energy. So once again, all this cup energy, the Oracle card, it's pointing towards this emotionally heightened time. So a lot of you might just be in that mode. Seven of Cups is a card of somebody being in their head quite a bit, so there might be somebody on your mind. But I'm just feeling here like you have many possible options and paths to happiness. To me, this is saying that everything will turn out fine. Even if you're going through a turbulent time right now, even if things are not ideal, there's a lot of ways where something could work out in your favor. Okay, there's a lot of possible paths for you to reach this positive energy at the end of the day. So this is really nice. I'm liking this vibe. So I'm not going to overcomplicate that. I feel like whatever it is you're going through can be solved. It can be worked through. And there's different ways it could go. Okay, so let's go through and do a quick little recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. Just put those down. This deck is so gorgeous. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Emperor, your card, with the 10 of Cups in reverse here. It was giving me those disgruntled feelings, right? So beware of issues with family, beware of issues at the home. But it was giving me that like something not sitting right with somebody, which was a little vibe I was picking up last week. So either you might be a little uptight or disgruntled, or somebody could be feeling that way towards you. However, I don't think that's going to stay a secret, because as we press forward, we have the Two of Swords with the Queen of Cups in reverse. To me, this just felt like those emotions coming out, exploding, erupting, spilling over, that somebody might hit you up out of the blue. And this is an emotionally heightened type of spread from front to back, okay? But I don't feel like it's for the worst, right? I feel if somebody just lets it out, speaks their piece, speaks their mind, that's a good thing. But moving to the back end, we got the King of Cups with the Seven of Cups in the upright. Beautiful. So somebody might be on your mind or vice versa, but the big thing I was picking up here is there's a lot of options for success. There's a lot of ways something could go for the positive, for your benefit and the benefit of everyone involved. So this feels really good. Please take a screenshot, Aries. Let's get you one shadow card. I do like how this one ended. Just know there might be a little emotional volatility to start the new year, right? Nothing to get too freaked out about. But let's get you one shadow card. Let's see what's up for Aries. Guide and Spirit Team, talk to me. So yeah, I'm still using the Shadowland Tarot for this portion of the spread, which is nice. What's in the shadows for Aries? It's always a nice way to cap off a reading, in my opinion. Okay, so whether it's an individual, whether it's something from a long time ago. So we have the Knight of Wands. You're going to want to watch out for being too spontaneous in this time. And the little energy of disgruntledness, like, yeah, this could be very temperamental when we see the shadow side of the Knight of Wands. Now, one thing I will say about the shadow side of this card, aside from what I already said, might be having issues with another fire sign. We could be seeing aspects of the self here in the shadows, self-confidence, which isn't something that Aries struggles with. So I would say beware of overconfidence when we have this card in the shadows. But this card can be prone to do things without thinking it through, right? This is a card that can fly off the handle a little bit. So I would beware in this time of doing anything too spontaneous when this shows up. For some of you, it may have been something spontaneous that's come back to bite you for whatever reason, but it could get worked through, like I said. So Aries, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, adorable Smith Tiny Tarot. This is the deck I used in this week's readings. So if you'd like to get your hands on this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which one of the cards from this week's readings you thought was most adorable. Which one do you like the best? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.